Welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Net channel. Financial technology or fintech has been a new field which is growing rapidly, and it is considered as a revolution in some developed countries. In Vietnam, it has been applied in some industry. What should we understand about this trend and how is it growing in Vietnam? Today, let's have a talk with Mr. Martin Kim, the director of Shinhan Futures Lab, to find the answer. Welcome you to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Net channel. I'm so honored to having you today.
Hello, Ms. Trinh. Hello, everyone.
Fintech is a hot keyword in finance and banking recently. For experts, it is quite familiar, but for public audiences, it's quite strange. So would you mind explaining more about this term?
Fintech is literally a compound word of finance and technology. This may be interpreted as a technology supporting or assisting finance in a new way. However, the bank has been using IC technology for a long time, so it needs to be interpreted in a more modern way. Perhaps some of the audiences may wonder if these technologies are common in other areas. In that sense, fintech is a business area where more people can use financial services and improve their quality of life through new modern technologies.
Can you share with us the foundations of fintech's development?
There is a deeper and wider interpretation of data, a wider scope of financial services with new software, a platform that applies specialized services to many customers. Some of the well-known areas are blockchain, big data, AI, eKYC, P2P lending, and credit scoring, etc.
In the modern life, surely many consumers have access to fintech with at least one application. Some of the popular and familiar applications of fintech are digital wallets, internet banking, online payment. Along with the explosion of technology revolution and internet revolution on mobile platforms, fintech has been applied more increasingly and deeply. In many countries around the world, fintech has made tremendous development in financial applications for both consumer groups and financial management offices and financial institutions. This development brings value to users in consumption, money management, loans, capital financing and investments, etc.
What are the advantages that fintech bring to the modern life?
Fintech could be a new revolution. From the point of view, finance is connected to all industries and to all our daily lives. The development of fintech is proof that all areas of retail, finance, online services, and offline services are developing. In the Vietnamese startup ecosystem, fintech is one of the fastest growing sector. Traditional conglomerates also provide payment solution to their customers recently. The sector is reviewing and collaborating on fintechs. So close partnership between large enterprises and large online companies that go beyond the self-sustaining expansion centered on the leading players show that fintech is an important technology.
Can you share with us about the overview of fintech in Vietnam?
Yes. The fintech market is making great strides in terms of diversity compared to the initial market. We can see outstanding results in maybe two major areas. First of all, technology-based service areas that support the improvement of the quality of finance services, such as eKYC or alternative credit scoring and cross-selling of finance products and services. Secondly, the digital payment market are become as a core services to improve customer loyalty on large online platforms. what's noteworthy in this second market represented by the digital payment is that the online platform market, which is led by e-commerce, is growing more than the offline post-based merchant market. A survey found that Vietnam's online commercial payment market is 6 times larger than that of the offline merchant-based like POS area.
So can you share with us the application of fintech in Vietnam?
Of course, the development of fintech technology, the expansion of the base for the technology, and the expansion of the market through the B2B partnership will be important. At this point, I'd like to emphasize that it is more important to study new experiences and values based on the customer consumption and behavior patterns in the analog environment behind digital first. We need to re-observe in an analog environment or in a current environment with the technology to develop how customers work every single day, how they get salary, how they store and manage their money, and where they meet the people or friends, what they eat and purchase offline. So it's going to be more helpful to connect them into a maybe series of pipelines and find the connection into them. And in addition to advance in the multi-faceted technology to get a point of collaboration between different industry areas. So fintech's development could be a win-win game in such a way that both sides coexist through the long-term discussion with the technology companies and banks also, and sharing the ideas. So, and the conclusion for their collaboration will be always be how to better serve their customers.
How are you impressed on fintech in Vietnam?
This is personally a great impression and inspiration for me. Sign of how Vietnam's fintech industry can contribute quickly to the development of inter or cross industry with its unique technology and data accumulation. And I'm excited to see that it will grow further in the future through the cross-platform collaboration. So, and we are ready to look forward to the new service. Will be more unicorn companies in Vietnam. I look forward to seeing unicorn fintech companies that are attracting global attention.
As fintech develops, it can cause changes in the whole financial industry. Many related fields will be impacted or new fields will be formed. Consumers will be the beneficiaries of the values from this revolution. Fintech applications are increasingly developed in Vietnam. A typical example is that users can transfer money via just a phone number and the name of the recipient, instead of an account number with a greeting card on special occasions. Fintech-based services are increasingly developed by interdisciplinary cooperation between large companies. We can imagine when the bank cooperates with a mobile phone manufacturing company. This partnership allows users to withdraw money at an ATM with just a smartphone or pay for services on sale via just a smartphone.
Is there any clue that fintech in Vietnam will be developed in the future?
First of all, I'd like to find the reason in the development of customer experiences environment using, the digital payments. From customers' point of view, changes of extension of payments means probably the proceeds getting used to convenient services that change the customers' daily lives rather than the advancements in the technology. And then the new payment method is used as an auxiliary device or as a means of additional benefits. in that sense, the massive mega e-commerce and auto services, which are changing customers' lives faster than the offline merchant market, and leading the digital payment market and giving customers a new payment environment. So in this regard, each platform is building a connecting kind of pipeline for customers' financial online services through the variety of linked services and market with the financial companies. So these changes in the market environment is the driving force behind Vietnam's rapid development of startup sector, including fintech more than any other country. So if may also be important to adapt quickly to the new environment through rapid economic growth in Vietnam, as well as the young digital generation represented by like Gen X and Tam X Gen X consumption patterns of emerging middle class people, the pursuit of quality of life and digital trends. Everything's very positive, the signals that we can see Vietnam's future growth potential.
I'm wondering about who will get the benefits from the growing of fintech in Vietnam.
The beneficiaries of the change should be customers, not just big city customers like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City only, but all the local province or rural customers. In other words, providing services of equal value, product diversity, and benefits to all customers will be the key to the future. Still, around about the 70% of online platforms, including e-commerce, probably mostly e-commerce, concentrated in the big cities such as Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. And around the other 65% of rural customers are still more familiar with the small shops on the streets than online or large offline mega stores. So offline-based online companies and online mega platform, e-commerce platform, something like that, companies will collaborate with the fintech financial companies to expand their area and compete in the service area too.
As you shared with us, I can see that fintech is quite potential in Vietnam. So can you share with us about a picture of the future of fintech in Vietnam?
Development of fintech will not come to us probably in a day, like a sudden big event. It's important to observe the definition of success of fintech in other countries. But more importantly, probably we live in an era of defining fintech for Vietnam in Vietnam. I believe that Vietnam's unique fintech environment can be a global fintech. The improvement of life in Vietnam, the dynamic development environment, and the power of the overcome the crisis will change the patterns of technology and services. And Vietnam will grow rapidly through the co-prosperity of large online, offline platform companies, fintech technology companies, and financial institutions as well. So in the end, all the conclusion will be discovering value that improve the quality of life for as many customers as possible.
Thank you for joining us today. And I'm so happy because I have gained a lot of new information, and I wish you luck and success in the future.
Thank you very much.
It's the end of our show. Thank you for watching and see you next time.